everything changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and today I'm bringing you guys a 3-star video on this specific base right here. It was featured about a week ago on I Jack Sparrow Clash of Clans YouTube channel. He's a pretty big YouTuber with about 145k subscribers, and about 25,000 people have seen this base. He was basically showing on it a bunch of attacks, how it could not be 3-starred with the current meta and most of the Town Hall 9 strategies that people use today. Looking at it, it's a pretty solid base. As far as going with the lavaloon on it, it has the air defenses close to the outside, so that way hounds pathing across the base would leave the balloons behind, causing them to get smoked in the middle of the base by the wizard towers. On this base, there are a double set of giant bombs between each one of these wizard tower and archer tower areas. So if you don't have a heal there for hogs, they will get smoked by the wizard towers. And then if you come with the popular witch slap strategy, as your witches move down the side, these expos will take out the witches, as the Larrys will run out in front of the witches instead of going in towards the expos, and they will easily be picked off, leaving your attack dead in the water before it even starts. But those are kind of the main strategies that you would see today in any given war from a lot of the top-notch clans, and this base kind of shuts down those. But the idea behind this base is we're going to go back and look at kind of the old school meta. Since it is very spread out, we will be able to pick this base apart with a couple jump spells, and we're going to come in with a goboho on this base. We'll come in with 3 golems is what you will need, 2 jumps and 2 heals. Now this will be different from your traditional goboho, because typically people want to use a single jump and then they want to use a rage spell on their kill squad to get those bowlers in there and allow them to take out a ton of buildings. But on this one, we will bring 3 golems, which will allow us plenty of tanking. And since this base is spread out, they will not be taking a lot of point defense at the same time. So that'll allow our bowlers to sit back with the queen in the back and work on taking out good portions of this base. And so then we can use the second heal. And what the process we will do is we will come in from the 12 o'clock area with 2 golems, a couple wizards to make a pretty large funnel, and then we will wall breaker into the top compartment there, opening it up and allowing our 3rd golem, bowlers, and king and queen to follow in. They'll take on the clan castle where they will have a poison spell. We'll put a jump on this junction here between the wizard towers, allowing us to take out that section, and then the second jump will be down here to give right on this junction here to give us access into that queen so that we can take her out and not allow her to take out our hogs. Now on the backside, we will bring our hogs in from the 9 o'clock, sending 5 to each one of these mortars, and then holding on to the rest. We will have 18 hogs in our total composition. We will use our first heal right about in this area to cover the point defenses and the wizard towers, as well as that double giant bomb set to make sure that it does not take out any of our hogs. And then we will use the second heal right about where this sweeper is a little bit higher. There is 3 Teslas on this base. On each time we hit it, they were exactly in the exact same spot. And then by the time we come down to the bottom side of the base, there's 1 Tesla down at 6 o'clock in front of the cannon. And then once we get to that bomber tower, we will have enough hogs left over both times that it will not matter. We'll go ahead, jump into the first replay so that way you guys can see how it is done. Okay, so as mentioned before, we're going to start off, like I said, with the 2 golems on the top side. You want to get 3 wizards on the top side, 1 on each side of that spell factory, and then 1 to take out the gold mine up at 12. And then over on the 1 o'clock side, you want to get a wizard on each side of that building on the top side at 1 o'clock, so that way the wizards take them out. Make sure you test with a test wall breaker. Both times there was not a single bomb there, so we were able to get in pretty easily on that wall breaker. But you just want to make sure, because some people will take an internet base and modify it just a little bit. But as you can see, the bowlers and golems all walk in with the heroes. Clan Castle comes out and there is a poison waiting for it. Barb King gets out a little in front on this one, but since there is enough golems, like I said, there will be tanking for you. And then just come in with the hogs on the bottom side, 5 to each one of those mortars. You'll have a pretty big enough group to come through with that push, get that heal down over that wizard tower and that double giant bomb set. So once your hogs trip it, they will come out of that area with full health. On this one, there was ground skellies, so save that poison spell, the second one. You can either use it to slow down the queen, or if the ground skellies pop, it is a good idea to use them so that way those skellies do not take out your hogs, and they will keep moving along. On the top side, queen steps up and takes out the enemy queen, and as I said, once the remaining hogs that you have, you can drop them down at 6 o'clock to work on the Tesla and cannon down in that area, and try to direct your hogs to move continuously through the base. And like I said, that bomber tower does not do much damage to the hogs, and then the only thing left is that cannon on the back side. Each time we will see we'll end on that cannon, and then just have your cleanup working from 9 o'clock as your hogs. Right as soon as they get through that first area, you have that heal spell down. You can go ahead and get those wizards and whatever cleanup you have down. We'll go ahead, take a second look at it, in case you guys didn't believe that the plan would work the first time, but we're going to do exactly the same thing on this one. Clean it up a little bit and actually do a little bit better on this one. But once again, the golems down, wizards down to create that nice large wide funnel. Since he does have those army camps up there, it makes it pretty easy to open up that area and not have any of the troops run. Get the test wall breaker down and then send in the remaining ones, open up that wall, get the third golem down, get your bowlers in, and then send in your Barb King. A little bit delayed. The second time I delayed it just a little bit to make sure that he would survive this time, and that was key on this to help demolish it more. He ends up surviving the whole raid. But once again, the golems get in there, they are doing their tanking, and the bowlers stand in the back with the queen and are able to just start picking off the buildings on the backside. Barb King this time does not get targeted by the Expo, and he stays behind. And in the end, he's just going to get down there to that queen. We'll pop the ability once we get him down there, and he'll just run right over and take her out relatively quick. But once again, hogs come in on the top side, heal down over the wizard tower and double giant bomb. And then the second heal is used over the Tesla farm to make sure that no hogs are lost. This time there is no ground skellies, so we just save the skelly spell in this one, and then send in the remaining hogs down at 6 o'clock to work on taking out that area. Queen and King are still on the top side. A couple golemites tanking this time, knowing that what the base looks like, it was a whole lot easier coming through, so we were able to go ahead and take it out easier. Cleanup, though, once again, coming down from 9 o'clock as soon as those hogs take out that top area. And in the end, if you follow these steps, you can swag spells in the end if you still have them. If you don't need to use them for the ground skellies, it's better to be safe than sorry. So if you do see those ground skellies, go ahead and use that poison spell on it. But if you see this base, guys, it's pretty popular from a popular YouTuber. I wouldn't doubt it that if you wouldn't see it, feel free to copy this strategy. I'm sure you guys can think of another one. But if you have any questions or comments about it, feel free to leave them in the bottom, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I can. But until next time, guys, this is Trunk signing out.